This is illustration scenario 1 with a balanced portfolio having 50% fixed income and 50% equity. And I'm going to skip this page because it's fairly complicated. I'm going to skip a few pages and kind of show you the worst case scenario. This is the start of page 9. Now this is illustration scenario number 2. This is someone who chose to use an investment where they had 100% in fixed income. This is fairly hard to see, but they put 100,000 in, and that is the income base. And then each year 4,000 was added, these little stair steps, until there was 140,000. So that's how they get the income base. This may be hard to see, but if I draw with my mouse this line, it's a very faint blue, but what it's showing is somebody put 100,000 in and then they had a 2% loss every year plus the cost of the product, and at somewhere around age 72 their capital was gone. But with this product you have income for the rest of your life, so it calls market value light blue. If we look below, it's related to this chart. If you took the 100,000 and you wanted to retire at any of these given ages, this is how much you would be paid. But every year that you got increased your bonus base, then your increases went up as well. So what this tries to illustrate is the person did not decide to take money and say retire at age 60, but they could have, and they would have been guaranteed a lower amount, but have been guaranteed for life. They left it in till they were 65. That was the plan. They'd worked out with their advisor, and then their lifetime withdrawal amount was $5,600, and it's a flat amount, even if the value of their investment went down. That's why I show this page, because it's kind of a worst case. Because if you, whether you invest on your own or with an advisor, if your returns were, to be blunt, terrible over 20 years, you could, run out of money. This product, you will not run out of money during your lifetime. On this page, we are showing the table that represents the chart you just saw on the prior page for those who like spreadsheets. This column is the year, so in 2018 the client was 55. They put in a deposit of 100,000. So look at this whole blue area as the investment side. And the assumption is that they lose 2% in the market every year. Now they don't take money out for the first 10 years, but they still lose 2%. And this just shows what the market value would be after 10 years. So they put in 100,000, it's now worth 70. But they've also turned 65, so they need their $5,600. This is done to compare. So if they then withdraw $5,600 because they've got to live, but they got a negative rate of return of minus 2%, their portfolio goes down quickly. And by the time they're age 73, they're running out of money. The portfolio has nothing. What the gold or green color shows here is the class plus 3 feature of guaranteed income for life that you're paying in this illustration 1.15% for. So the $100,000, you don't take any money out, you get this bonus base that I mentioned earlier. So your income base goes from 100 to 104, and then each year you get another 4%. It's simple interest. So you're at 140,000. and that's how the calculation's done. So you multiply it by the 4%, and the guaranteed income for life is $5,600. I will take the time to explain the last column. There is a death benefit guarantee for this product. It's going to be the higher of the market value and the death benefit guarantee. So this product has a 75% death benefit guarantee. So in this case, the client at the end of the first year, the portfolio had lost a couple percent. It was down to $97,651. The death benefit guarantee was $75,000. If they died, the beneficiary would get the $97,000. When you start making withdrawals, which they don't for the first 10 years, the death benefit stays at $75,000, but then it's reduced by the withdrawals each year. So at age 73, the death benefit has been reduced to 0, and there is no death benefit after that. So just be aware that that is in the contract, just so no one's surprised. And below is simply the extension, because this only goes to age 82, so it goes all the way to age 100. And if someone were to live to age 100 and they put $100,000 in, and they chose the guaranteed income, they would have been paid $201,600. This person put $100,000 in the account at age 55. They got a bonus each year that they stayed invested and did not withdraw money. So 4% of $100,000 is $4,000. For 10 years is $40,000. You add the two numbers together, you get $140,000. And there's a multiplier, and at age 65 you get 4% of the $140,000 for life, which works out to $5,600 annually. Here's an explanation of some of the scenario assumptions. I'll let you pause this if you wish to read it. Here's some key terms, such as bonus base, the very first one, class plus fees, income base. You can read all this. Scenario assumptions. So the investment, this is what they use for the different portfolios. You can pause and read that. This is the second last page. Like I said before, you pay a fee for the guarantee. So if you invest on that investment side, the left side, the blue side, to try to grow the portfolio, and we put it in, for example, you decide that you like the asset allocation guaranteed investment fund, the fee to have guaranteed income for life is 1.25%. So that's how it's invested, and that's what you're paying. So it's not free. This is what it costs you. So for $100,000, you're paying $1,250 for this feature. This table shows you that, as I mentioned, you can have income as early as age 55. And this client, if we look down at 65, you take the amount invested plus all the bonuses. In that example was 140,000 times the bonus calculation. Well, it was 4%. So 140,000 times 4% was the payout. If you take it early, take it at 60, so you had 5 years in there, whatever the calculation works out to, I won't do it here, you would get 3.35% of the guaranteed bonus for life. And then the last page is disclosures. It's not a recommendation, it's not a contract, but it gives you an idea of how the product works. It's complex, but I hope I've given you a good overview of how it works. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email me or call me. Thank you for watching.